mind. And so I've got a renewed sense of excitement going on in my soul. So that's enough to make the call good. But I got more good stuff for you this morning. So let's get cracking. All right, everybody. Good morning. I am Coach Mo, in case you don't know this, your favorite life coach. I might be the only life coach you know. I don't know. But anyway, I know I'm your favorite. So this morning, I want to share with you, I do have something I want to read from you from a book, but this is completely from the heart, okay? The story is, how can something go completely wrong, be all the way messed up, and still go right or end up better than you thought before? I did a call a few days ago about procrastination, and sometimes procrastination isn't what's happening. Sometimes it's just not time yet, right? Now, how do you know the difference? Well, the difference between procrastinating is knowing that you have all the pieces and you are just not taking action. It not being ready yet is where somewhere in here you feel like you don't quite have all the pieces. You want to do it, but you just don't feel like it's ready yet. Now, so this is a very subtle difference, and the subtle difference is like somewhere in your pit of your gut where you're just like, no, I really do want to do this, but I just don't feel like, I don't feel it. I'm not there with it. Okay, so for me, what am I talking about? For me, it was my website, okay? So January of, not this year, January of last year, I decided that I was ready to relaunch my website. Well, I had a general plan in my mind, and then in February of, not this year, last year, I cut my hair. And now for a few months, if you recall, I was still wearing wigs occasionally, and I had not made a commitment and a decision on what my final look was going to be. And so when you want to build a website, the website needs to look like you. And so when I started pulling stuff for the website, I realized I had nothing that looked like me at that time. But my hair wasn't ready yet, y'all. And so first stages of grow out, I'm trying to own it. I'm trying to get used to it. I'm still walking by the mirror going, who the hell is that? And so all of that took me a little while to get used to. And so I thought I was procrastinating, but it didn't feel like it was time yet. But I'm like, okay, my hair is going to grow out. It's going to keep growing. And then I'm going to take some pictures. And when I take pictures, then I'll be able to advance this site, right? And so I kind of put it on the shelf. I did all the words for it. I did all the pieces for it. I got really ready for it. And then I literally sat it on the side, like in a folder over here, right? And it was on my mind. It was on my heart. I want to relaunch it. I want to remake it. I want to redo it. And somehow nothing was allowing me to do that. So the year goes on, and somewhere around July, August, it becomes evident that my graphic designer, who at the time was just about my best friend, that our relationship was unraveling. And it was no argument. There was no fight. It just was not this way it was. And so our flow for doing things wasn't the same as it had always been. And that's what made it so easy and so enjoyable, was that it was like a conversation and my graphics would appear. And as always, I recommend the people and things that I use. And so I built a lot of business around this relationship, and I poured a lot into this relationship, as much as I had to pour, like I do in everything else. But still, I ain't had no website. And my clients are popping up with websites that I've suggested and walked them through making, and I haven't relaunched my website yet, right? And so now it's towards the end of the year, and now our relationship has been a demise. And now I have no graphics person. Now I have no any of that. I've had it for 3 years, solid, same imaging, same everything. It's been perfect. I loved every piece, everything we created. And just like that, it was gone, right? And so I have to do what I tell you to do. I had to pivot. I had to go within and ask God, so what's this supposed to mean? What's this showing me? What I'm supposed to do next? And so God said, you know the answer to that. And it was an answer that I wasn't interested in exploring at the time. You ever been in a relationship and then it gets sour and then you think you can't go, you like, no, I'm not going to do that again. Well, this time I decided there was a graphic designer who had met my needs before. And that is possible that he or someone else that I could find could meet or exceed my expectations in the future. But I had to surrender a little bit to it not being what it had been. Maybe you can relate. You hold on to something really, really tight because it's what you know, because it's what you like. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? But this relationship had ended, and so had my graphic relationship, and that was it. And so what was I going to do? And so I reached out to the old guy, and the old guy became the new guy. And with the old guy and our old experience, he knew exactly what I liked. He knew how I liked it. And he knew what it was that I was pissed with him about. And so we were able to forge a brand new relationship on the old data of where we had been, the new data of what it was my needs were and where we were. Well, how does it end up being better than what I had before? I'm going to tell you about it. Well, first of all, it's June. And June was the month that's my new year that I decided that I would relaunch my website. And so it's ready, and I'm very ready to share it with you right after the call. But why do I share that it's better than before? Because now my new, old new guy, he's also picked up some excellent photography skills along the way. And so now I have my photographer who came to town a couple months ago to take pictures. He then has the ability to edit and do with those pictures exactly what I need to happen in order to enhance the website. He knows what it is I want. He knows what it is that I like. He knows my expectations. And we've been able to seamlessly put together this project in such a way that I am so very pleased. Not just pleased with the end result, but pleased that I waited. Pleased that it fell apart. Pleased that I lost something valuable. Will always be in my heart for memories, but pleased that I lost something valuable and God showed me that's not the only valuable thing there. That my life and my story and my vision does not have to be compromised by even one important part or two important parts. Hell, depending on the year that I might be talking about, sometimes I have lost all of the important parts, but my vision doesn't change, and so the movie stays the same and the stars and the co-stars change. But what's your vision? What's your big vision for your life? Now, my website just happens to be a part of my business. And when you are building business, your image is very, very sacred to you. And how you present that is everything. And you never get a second chance to make that first impression. And so the image and everything that I wanted had to be in a line where first? In here. Your vision has to be plain in your mind first in order for the universe to bring you the parts and the pieces that you want. Now, you might think that this story is about my website, and it very may well be because that's what I'm talking about. But you got to understand the difference between God's plan and this little bitty shit that you be talking about sometimes, okay? You got to understand the difference between the abundance and the greatness and the fear that you hold for the little thing that you're not even trying to do. You're not even trying. Now, sometimes it's not working out because it's not time, but sometimes you're not even trying. And that's before procrastination, because procrastination at least includes that you've tried and attempted to do it. But if you're not even trying and you don't even have the vision for what it is that you want to have, if you don't have the vision for it, then you can't create it, because we create according to our desires. We create according to our vision. We create according to what's in our hearts. And if you've not planted anything in there, then it can't come out. And so although it's just a website, it was a life lesson for me. It was a life lesson because I'm a Cancer and I love hard. And when I love, I put you in a category, and that category sometimes may come with a pedestal that you didn't ask for, right? I'm grabbing my book. You didn't ask for this pedestal. And it isn't fair sometimes that people be put on a pedestal in your life, because when things change, it messes you up. Maybe not them, because you placed them on a pedestal. You said that they were the only person who could do this, or the only person who could make this better. And maybe that's not true. And so I share this story for whatever reason that you might get out of it this morning. But I would like to invite you to look at your life and see if there's something or some area of your life that you gave up on because a person or a situation or a circumstance changed. Okay? I want you to just really think about that, because you might have stopped something entirely wonderful because someone else quit or stopped. Did you stop going to the gym because your buddy stopped going with you? And you start calling them and waiting and they weren't showing up, and so you said, oh, well, I won't go either. Did you stop working out? Did you give up on your weight loss goals because somebody else gave up on they self? Huh? It's possible. What have you given up on, let go of, thought that it wasn't right because someone else thought it wasn't right, but the dream or the vision for it still burns deep in your soul? I want you to pick that thing back up. And I want you to remember that the vision for it came to you. If it is your body, if it is your business, whatever it is, the vision for it was yours. Don't hand that over and give up on it because of someone or something. It doesn't matter. And so there's a few features about the new site that I'm so excited about. When I tell my story, I always tell my story about all these places I've been, and depending on how long I've known you, you could have been someone I knew from high school, college, the music business, when I was first started my marketing company, my t-shirt business. But if I just met you recently as a client in coaching, you hear me talk about that stuff, but you don't know none of that. You ain't seen none of them t-shirts. You don't know what I looked like when I was in high school. And so on the website at MoniqueSpence.com, there's a feature on the About Me page that is a timeline describing all of my adventures in life, including running for alderman. A little, blurbs under each photo about me, or about what I think about that. But it also has the ability for you to book sessions directly there that I will load my calendar in so that you'll be able to know when I'm available without having to directly talk to me. And so they're enhancements and they're upgrades and they're all new photos. And in most of the photos, or in a few of the photos anyway, I'm in a crop top. And if you've been my friend long enough in social media, you know that me just even putting on a crop top a few years ago was a big deal. And for me to take photos and expose just this little midsection of life, I don't know what's so sacred about it, but it's been something that I wasn't willing to do. And so this new site, the reason that it's important to understand, is not what I would have created a year ago. Nothing about it would have been what I would have done a year ago. Maybe the words are the same. But when you are in a new space and you are moving from your new space, let your new space dictate the vision and allow that to unfold. When you put the pieces together and you allow them to come together and you are in the flow, nothing can stop you, and the results will be better than what you thought before. Now, this is to take away nothing from what I had before, because like I said, I absolutely loved what I had before. But that doesn't mean that sometimes it's not time for something new. And we don't always give ourselves permission for that. And so it might be time for something new in your life that could be better than everything you've ever touched, everything you've ever had. It could be. And it could be better because you're better. It could be better because everything that you have done, been through, gone through, lived through, survived, has made you who you are right now. And so in this space, I am certain that I am living my best life right now. I am certain that all the things that have been have made me better, have built me formed me into this Coach Mo, Monique, whoever it is you know me to be. But I'm all of that. There was a point and period in my life where in dating, I tried not to be Coach Mo. Shit, that ain't possible. I am all of me all the time. Either you can take all of that or you can't. There was a time with my friends where I was like, well, I don't want to be pushy. And if they didn't come to me for coaching, I'm not going to say anything. Psh, too late. You can get mad at me later. But I'm going to tell you how I feel and I'm going to tell you what I see. What I won't do is make you correct it. Now that is what you sit in the chair for. That is what people come for, the help. But if you don't want the help, no. But I will tell you what I see, because that's me being authentically me. And if there's nothing that I've learned over these last many years, is that being authentically me always pays off. It always pays off. I do love. I love hard. I do give. I give hard. I give, I love, I give, I love. This is the cycle of my life. I am not about to change me. But I do recognize that there are things that happen in our lives that could shake up what we know our life to be, and it could still end up better than what we thought before. It isn't always the case that when something goes wrong, that it's really wrong. Sometimes things go wrong and they end up just perfectly right. And so what is that in your life? I know there's something. I know there's something that you stop doing short of your desire because of an external force or situation. I know there's something. And so what can you do in the flow that you're in right now, in the place that you have grown to today, to change that result? What can you do? Just get started. Just pick it back up. Just do something. We change all kinds of things in our lives, and that doesn't mean that the change was necessary. Might have just mean that it just fell off the radar or something changed, but you want this thing or element back in your life. Pick it up and put it back in there. And so when you go to MoniqueSpence.com today, you'll see a few things. You'll see some brand new photos. You'll see this timeline that I'm so excited to share. You will also see, though, an opportunity to have a full snapshot of what it is that I do in one place. And that's something that I haven't had before. And so new to the website is also a YouTube channel where I'm taking our Rise and Shine videos and putting them on YouTube so that you can share them with others more easily that might not be on Facebook, so that you can view and watch them, remember them. The lessons will be labeled, so you know when they what they were about. And so this year is about saying yes to expanding my business. And who is my business? Me. I am my business. Everything that I've ever learned, every marketing skill that I have comes in handy for myself. Everything that I've done, every project that I've worked on, every skill that I've created in the process pays off for me. And so nothing has been lost or wasted. There was a time, though, that I had to build my own website because I didn't have the money to do it. That I had to teach myself how to build websites for clients so that I could make a living because I didn't have income coming in. But that's not the case anymore. The case now is that I can have anybody assist me in any way to do anything, and I have the right team. And so I will make one shameless plug. If you need a website or any photographs taken, Stratford Stone is the business. And he has absolutely taken my vision of what I wanted and put it at MoniqueSpence.com. And so if you have not done that while we've been talking, when the call is over, please do. But I want to encourage you to do one more thing before we go. And that is to update your vision in your mind with a new story. Regardless of what the old story has been, regardless of what you've been through, regardless of the pain, regardless of what broke, regardless of what you lost, regardless of what it was that was, I want you to decide what is and then what can be from what is. Not what can be and then make it is. Recognize what is and move from that place. We cannot change this now time and moment that we are living in. This is our life. You must be okay with what it is today. I had to be okay with losing that friend and graphic designer and part of my life in order to pick my life up and move on with my graphics projects and other things. And so what is that for you? Please pick it up. When you do, remember me, and then go to MoniqueSpence.com and check it out. So if you have not been, I'm going to post the link. I hope that you will go, that you will explore some old Monique that you might not know. There's lots of fun photos starting from the beginning, and the timeline is on the About Me page. And so I breathe deeply into my own heart, into my own soul, knowing that delay, it does not mean denial. And that just because things go wrong, damn it, just because things go wrong doesn't mean that they can't go right and that they can't be better in the end. This moment is absolute proof of that for me, because I remember shedding so many tears about losing this relationship that I never thought I would get to this moment and be this happy. And so I'm going to go before I mess up my whole face this morning. And I appreciate you for allowing me the space to be myself, to be vulnerable, to be true, to be honest, but really just to be authentically me, because that's who I am. And that's what you're going to get no matter where you find me. Mwah! Have a great day, y'all.